you know what they say about people who wear Porsche stuff? They don't actually own one. Cravat?
Yeah, the one we
got on Thursday. How would you that whiskey?
Oh yeah, wear the cravat.
Yeah. Things like short sleeves as well.
You can wear that? It's the wine and watch. Yeah. Down at the all that stuff. Send you a response to carry on.
Good, yeah.
You're going to show up?
Yeah,
Choose number 3.
I've been trying to do some ad.
Out there on the edge, we've given up a little age, but we ain't surrendered. We still got the fire, still got the burn way down deep inside. All you got to do is say the word, we'll saddle up and ride. We're the same old outlaws that we used to be.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Cycle Fever TV. Wahey! And here we are at Porsche night. Whoa! And what a night to be out here. It's literally freezing. If the Grand Tour guys were here now, they'd be saying it's colder than England. It's freezing. We're here in Florida. This is not... I came to Florida. Anyway, we've got a fun-packed show for you tonight. With lots of cars, entertainment, and me talking absolute rubbish about people with the wrong coloured cars. So please, stay tuned, tell your friends to actually get involved and look at this feed. But first, we've got a little problem out here in the studio. Somebody's parked their like black Boxster here. It's a Boxster, so it's the best a man can get, but I'm a bit concerned. Obviously not an enthusiast because we got yellow flashes on the front. It's black. Good wheels for cleaning purposes. Nice interior, very useful if you've got any friends or wife, girlfriend with sticky fingers and chocolate. Yeah, it's going to be difficult to keep that clean. But anybody own this car? It's in the way. It's literally in the way.
You're not really making fun.
Whoa, no! John,
Yes, I did it.
you brought a Boxster.
Brian, check it out, baby.
No way. I'm putting my drink down.
There was no way I could keep coming here on Porsche night and not have a Porsche, so it was time.
That's phenomenal. So you're enjoying it with the roof down?
I am enjoying it with the roof down. 2013, it looks nice. I like it. I don't know a lot about Porsches, but I'm learning.
So how does it feel when you're driving with the wind in your hair compared to a motorcycle?
It feels awesome. I mean, I like motorcycles. But I've never had a Porsche. It flies. It's fun.
Being a Boxster owner myself, I can say it handles superbly. You just think it round corners, don't you?
Yeah, I love it. You hit the sport package and it hugs. It's really nice. So I'm enjoying it. But I didn't understand the yellow light thing. What? Tell me about this yellow. Tell me about this.
See, these are indicators in British English. What do you call them?
Yellow lights.
Flashes. Now, all enthusiasts, and we can see this around the parking lot, change these out. Change them out. You go to Suncoast or Driver's Choice Motors, they can talk to you about it. And literally, they just pop out, literally just like that, and you can replace them for clear ones. It's something to do with California law, why you've got to have yellow ones. But literally, look at this car. It's phenomenal, and it's ruined by a bit of yellow at the front. It's literally ruined. That's like a massive acne pimple on an 18-year-old's face. Look, it's just sticking out saying, look at me, I'm an adolescent car, I'm not grown up. This needs to be sorted out. So next month, we want that sorted out.
And I notice I'm looking at all the other Porsches, and I don't see yellow.
No, because that is acne. That is acne on the front of your car, which you need to sort out. You need Clearasil.
Take care of it.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
So what about the wife? What does the wife think?
She loves it. We have Wednesday night date night. We have to go out in the Porsche every Wednesday to go to dinner now. So it's a good thing.
So it's costing you a lot more to run than the motorcycle.
That one we were doing on the weekends, but it's fun. I can't wait till it gets warmer though.
Yeah, it's absolutely freezing here. It's literally, it's Florida, and if I had my other watch on, it would tell me what temperature it is. But it's like, it's Arctic. This must be the Florida winter.
Absolutely. I just came from Kentucky, not Kentucky. Where? Missouri. It was 10 degrees. They're crazy.
That's 10 degrees Fahrenheit.
10 degrees Celsius.
10 degrees Celsius. Oh no, that's fine.
It's Fahrenheit.
Should we sit down? Let's sit down and talk about this. So what was your first car?
My first car. Chevy Malibu was my first car I've ever had. 72 Chevy Malibu.
That sounds very masculine. And when did you crash that for the first time?
Actually, 1979. I bought a silver anniversary limited edition Trans Am. You remember Smokey and the Bandit?
Oh yeah.
Well, I bought a 79 silver anniversary. Only problem is I took that thing airborne, went through the Allstate sign, and that was my first wreck.
Were you insured by Allstate as well?
Absolutely. They didn't like it, but it was funny.
I would have loved to have seen that claim form.
Oh, you wouldn't want to see the car though afterwards. But anyway, so Porsche night. What else we got going on tonight?
Well, it's a fantastic turnout. We've got good old Mike Collins, no relation, of course, with his GT3 RS in lava orange. And basically, Mike has bought one, and then he said, look, Porsche have not got a clue. I'm going to modify it. So he's modified this car. It is an absolute track weapon. I've been out in it a few times and it scared me witless. So we'll be speaking to him later, and we'll be doing a bit of a parking lot walk. We've got a few interesting cars. We've got a lovely Golf racing coloured 911 2.7 RS, which is about 1960. Blah, blah. I don't know much before the 1980s, even though I look a lot older. We got other cars. We got a BMW. The BMW driving past.
On Porsche night.
Yeah, he's obviously checking out the competition.
There you go.
He's saying to his girlfriend, one day when I grow up, I'm going to be able to afford one of these.
Actually, I heard him say something about the yellow lights.
Yeah, he's probably checking to see who are the real Porsche.
I'm going to handle him later.
Oh no!
Where's
We don't do that with cars. We don't have a fight in the parking lot. It's not like cycle night.
Oh, it's Porsche night. Okay.
Yeah, Brian.
We'll have a coffee. Who's Brian?
Who's Brian?
Brian Cheney.
Oh, our other host.
Yes. Where is he tonight?
I don't know. All I know is that I'm standing in for him, and they said you've got to be entertaining and funny. What? Yeah.
Sitting in. Not
sitting in. Not standing in for him, I'm sitting in for him. Sorry, that was Hank's joke. There we go. Good. People, if you are watching now, please like our Facebook page. Go to it now, Cycle Fever TV. Tell your friends we're going live because this is entertaining. We've also got some video clips coming up. We've got somebody called the Happy Hippie talking about his adventures driving through Florida at 260 miles an hour, so stay tuned for that, as well as other interesting interviews from the Festival of Speed. Our friend Joe put on a phenomenal event, so please look up the Festivals of Speed in Florida. It's absolutely amazing. Really, really good. So we'll be talking about that, and we might, if we can just defrost our fingers, walk around the parking lot.
I got these pretty good things in my pocket, though.
I got my beer coat on.
Some heaters. I love it. But yeah, there's some nice Porsches out here. Pretty awesome. And Hank has the new connection with Spark, and he can walk around and show us some cars, and you can talk about them.
That'd be good. That'd be good. So we do that. So we show a video, and then Hank will walk around, and what we do is I talk while Hank walks. Would it be good?
That'll be a good thing.
Don't forget, people, Cycle Fever TV is your Florida coverage of anything cycles, Porsche, cars, and small town America. So please, if you want to get involved with the advertising, look on our website. We've got a very comprehensive website. We will be doing a lot more content, believe me. There's more than just me and John and Brian.
Absolutely.
We've got 3 snowmen working the desk at the moment. We've got one lady who's absolutely going to kill her husband, who's trying to hold an iPad. She can't let go now because it's frozen. It is literally that cold. It is crazy. You know what? I'm going to get my phone out. Just to prove to people how absolutely freezing cold it is. Right.
For us.
There we go. Right. Right. So here we go. This is the weather. 10 degrees in British money, 10 degrees Celsius. That's like flipping ridiculous. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's a Mustang. Oh no, you've bought the wrong car. There we go. Jeremy Clarkson said that as well, so it's okay.
All right.
That's good.
So we're going to go to a commercial and then come back, and you're going to talk about some cars in the parking lot?
I think we should do that. I think that's a great idea. Okay, people, stay watching, tell your friends, tell people, and stay warm at home.
Cycle Fever TV is brought to you by these great sponsors, so support them. Call Tough Turf for all your landscaping and irrigation needs. Check out Seminole Power Sports for all their brands of motorcycles, accessories, and service. The Ace Cafe, where it's all happening. Bikes, cars, great food, rock and roll music. Come on by. USA Payroll, payroll tax service, workforce benefit solutions, insurance, and human resources. Check them out.
10 seconds. Oh, jeez. Do you want to talk about sponsors? Bye. Why have we got 2 cameras? Whoa!
Oh, hey, look!
It's me.
Hank, how are you, sir?
Cold. We've been here since 5 o'clock setting this stuff up. The wind has died down a little bit, but it is still cold. We should have shot inside today.
But isn't this like riding a motorbike anyway?
Yeah, but I dress warmer for it. Come on. And by the way, I thought that was pretty neat the way you told John about those yellow lights, the little Acme or whatever it is.
Yeah, he needs to change the Acme on the car. Yeah, it's very, very easy to do, and they literally pop out. But I wasn't going to break his car live on Cycle Fever TV. But
No. This is Porsche night.
So this is Porsche Night, Cycle Fever TV. Woohoo! There we go. Hank is, of course, the pioneer of Cycle Fever TV, which is about to be rebranded CFTV.
Yes.
We're going to cover cars, bikes, and small-town America. And speaking of small-town America, here's a man with an ego larger than his exhaust.
That wouldn't be Mike, would it? Do I need to...
Oh, look at the size of that wing.
You can go back
Overcompensation.
a little bit,
How loud is it, Mike? Is it?
Go ahead.
He's got a coffee cup in there. Yeah. Louder. Ho, ho, ho.
You know, that sounds like my motorcycle.
No.
Yeah.
And cup holders.
And cup. He's even got cup holders. That's ridiculous.
I got a cup holder on my motorcycle.
So this.
Wife? No. She won't get on the motorcycle. Come here, Mike.
So this is the Porsche 911 GT3 RS. This is the pinnacle of Porsche's engineering. If you discount the messing around with spiders and stuff like that, what this car is
We don't want to go in the car yet because we're going to go to a clip, and then we're going to let you sit down and talk to Mike about it. How's that?
That sounds like a good time because I need to get a beer as well. Okay, I need a beer.
Well,
then we'll talk about Mike.
All right, do you have the clip ready for? You're all set.
Roll
We're
VT.
here at the Festival of Speed at the Ritz-Carlton in Orlando, and we have another special guest who's joined us here today, Curtis.
4 minutes. I've got time for beer.
Florida. So,
Right, you're okay. I got myself a beer.
I've seen a lot of excitement from people about Ferrari out here today. Maybe you can tell us why they've all been gathering sort of about 100 feet or so over in this direction. Is there a couple of reasons, or what's been happening?
So we have all the new, we have our Portofino, which is a hardtop convertible, front engine, and then we have our 488 Spider, rear engine, hardtop convertible, 812 Superfast, the most powerful V12 normally aspirated car made by Ferrari, and then our LaFerrari Aperta, which is 163 horsepower hybrid V12 electric car.
Wow, so is that the one that's been gathering up the most attention from everybody?
That's definitely the big boy in the middle of the ropes over there.
Wow, so it's like I don't know. The excitement is just so, it's like a fever pitch excitement around here when they start gathering around all the cars. So for you, how long have you been involved with Ferrari?
Been there a little over 7 years now.
Okay, so just here in Central Florida, but have you been involved in Ferrari longer than that otherwise? Or that
I was a mechanic before that.
Oh, no kidding.
Came out of UCF for college, started working on cars, and then got into sales. So got into Ferrari, had to start somewhere, and that was a great place to be.
Wow, fantastic. So this isn't your first time to the Festival of Speed?
Nope, I've been every year, so 7 years now. I come every year.
Okay, that's awesome. Well, you know, it just brings, what's neat is that you've got the Ferrari people out here, you've got the Porsche people, you've got the rat rod people out here.
I was just speaking with a family who they got the best motorcycle award of the show.
Very cool.
Right, a 1984 or 86 Yamaha race bike.
Right.
You've got boats here. You've got everything that's about speed for the Festivals of Speed. What if people have come in from out of town just to come to this event?
Correct. I have people from Miami. I have people from Tennessee. People from Georgia.
It looks like we have some guests in the background here. So, what's ahead for Ferrari? Like, what you talked about a couple of these cars that are out. These are newer models. Is there anything that's going to be announced in the coming months from Ferrari, or are these the announcements for the year?
The new Pista is coming out. It'll be the 4, so that'll be another 40 horsepower jump to 710. The new Monza, which will be a 1 or 2 seater supercar, open. That'll be the highest horsepower V12 ever at 810.
Wow.
That's a unique, very limited car starting about, I believe, 1.7 million. Everyone will be spec'd completely at the factory. You fly over, you do your car, one of a kind.
So what are the plans for Ferrari and electrification? You mentioned one of the cars that was a hybrid. What can you tell us about that?
So that's all we know at this time. So I'm sure there will be in that direction, but at this time, yeah, that one is a V12 with a battery pack under.
Oh my gosh! So have you been in this car going down the road? What's been the experience?
That's a fun machine.
Yeah.
I've been high speeds in it, so it's a fun, and it drives every one of those horsepower.
I think so many people want to know, what does driving or riding in an electric car really feel like? Because not many people have done this, right? So what's it like?
Unlike most of the hybrids, it won't let it drive just electric, so it's actually always running the engine, unless you're moving around maybe a garage. But at speed, it's always running the engine. It's seamless. You don't feed 100 horse V12 and a 163 horse electric, but it's seamless. It just feels like a very, very large motor and instant response time. That's the response time is what it helps.
Awesome. Well, Curtis, thanks for stopping in and telling us a little bit about Ferrari of Central Florida and sharing with us, the day. And it's been great seeing you.
I enjoyed it. Thank you.
Take care. All right, guys. More Festival of the Speed action is out here. There's still time to get out here and take it in and have a great time. And look, we have some new guests out here. So what are you guys doing here?
Would you like me to open my wing?
Do it.
Oh, that was a great interview, and it's good to see some people wearing some branded merchandise. Anyway, you can tell he doesn't own a Ferrari because he's got Ferrari merchandise. Speaking of which, this is Mike Collins.
Oh my God, and I'm wearing the Porsche stuff, so I can't even talk, can I, these days?
That looks very warm, though. We're quite envious of that.
Yeah, it's a $19 jacket, but they charge like $343 for it. Probably comes from the same place in China that the $19 version does, but it has Porsche on it, so go figure.
Yeah, I once bought the $19 version and Porsche was spelled slightly wrong. It's a bit like those sunglasses back in the 80s, Ferrari with three
Rolex with a CKS.
Back in the day. Anyway, so Mike is no relation, but another Porsche. I put a Porsche enthusiast, and this is his little car behind us.
We're both Collinses. I was just thinking, if we were in Utah and now we'd both be married and sisters to each other. But we're Collinses.
Yeah. We wouldn't have a family tree. We'd have a family circle.
Branch. Yeah, but my Porsche.
It's phenomenal. I've been lucky enough to go out in it, not in much anger. You can't do much on I-4.
You actually remember that night? Much of it?
I haven't even seen the videos. There was a lot of whiskey consumed, and I did at the Festival of Speed have people coming up to me saying, "We were drinking whiskey in the back of a Lamborghini. You're very funny." And I'm like, I had no idea. Yeah. There we go.
Well, let's have clarity. You were the only one drinking. I was on cups of tea that night. So just in case anyone's watching and going, there was some discord from the Collins pair that evening.
Yes, we do not support drinking and driving here at CFTV. That's a very bad thing to do.
Pull over, otherwise you'll spill your drink. Right, exactly.
Oh, there we go. Anyway, right, should we have a look at the car?
Certainly.
Here we go. Right, we've got the camera. So talk us through the GT3 RS.
Sure. So obviously, as you know, I had the grey GT3. So I wanted to kind of do a little bit of upgrade. So the natural progression was the RS. So great car, straight out of the showroom. Very capable. About 500 horsepower, around 4 litre versus the 3.8. So what did we do to this one? Well, like I was saying in a previous time, when does an English person ever listen to the Germans? So we thought we know better than them. So working with Driver's Choice Motors up in Longwood, we did a number of radical changes. So first thing was the suspension. Why the suspension? It's got a great PSM system in here. It's because we wanted to run slick wheels, and the slicks only come in 19-inch. Stock on the GT3 RS is a 20 and a 21 on the rear. So when you start changing the geometry of putting the 19s on there, you start changing camber angle and so forth, so you need caster pucks and so forth. So BBI makes a great set, different spring rates, so it allows you to run the 19-inch wheel in there, plus be dynamic and be able to run the stock size wheel, the 2021. Other things is Dundon were great. A guy called Jamie Bopp, who runs Dundon, provided a full race exhaust, so you got a full race exhaust with race headers. That adds about 35-40 horsepower right there just for the exhaust system. So great sound, tremendous sound from the Dundon race series. It's called the Black Series. Everyone should check it out. Other things, as you saw, there's a Vorsteiner aero pack on there. Coming off the stock, the Vorsteiner pack is pretty good, but we wanted to make it a little bit more aggressive, so I had the guys at Driver's Choice put on some more aggressive canards or dive planes. There's a wicker bill on the rear of the wing, and then a mutual friend of all of us, a pro driver called Ryan Dalziel, who's driving the Rolex 24. He actually helped us adjust the rear wing angle to give us a little bit more downforce to balance the car. So inside, it's this typical stuff. Ian, you got the roll bar, you got the 6-point harness, you got the fire suppression system. Safety first. Outside, got the HRE wheels on it now, but got a bunch of different sets of wheels. So just a hoot, and love the car. Just absolutely a dream to drive.
And there's something you mentioned there which takes me back to my younger days, that you can modify a car and you can change the parts. It's very easy, but it's about the setup. And I remember that you could have your British sports car set up for 2 days by a rally expert. It's not just about bolting things to your car, a bit like your mum's Honda Civic, which you did when you were 19. It's about setup and actually making all these bits work together.
Yeah, I mean, and that's a great point. The other thing I always counsel people is it's not always about horsepower. With horsepower comes great responsibility. I sound like something out of Star Trek, but you do have to have great responsibility, meaning brakes. So you've got to make sure you take care of the brake system as well. That extra power is going to cause some moments of either joy or tears when you come and make those turns and stops. So this thing has the PCC brake system in there. I'm running it. Most people actually, when you look at the GT3 RS, will put on like steel rotors.
Yeah.
For economics, it makes complete sense, right? PCCB is about $22,000 option, but does it have the unsprung weight? You can make significant weight savings when you run the PCCBs, carbon ceramics. Plus, also it stops. There's no brake dust. It's reliable every single time. Yes, you're playing a little bit of a Russian roulette on the cost side of it, but would you want to put the heavier steels on there? Not myself. So I'm perfectly happy running the carbon ceramics. It's a great investment.
Wow. So what are you doing with this car? You're not just driving it around Orange Avenue at 5 miles an hour, are you? You're not just cruising like Ali G down like in Steens, are you? You're actually using this on track.
Yeah, it's not just for Seasons 52 and the wow factor, right?
You are there quite a lot, Mike, to be fair.
Yeah, although someone did walk up to me earlier tonight and said, weren't you at Seasons 52 with that project? Yes, I was. So let's back to reality. So this car's, and just one is because of my schedule. I drive, I fly a lot, right, around the world. So I'm only back on the weekends. And weekends is driving time, right? So, I do a lot of the DE events and the local events for time trials, time attack. That's where it's born to be, right? 70 years. I'm not just a cars and cafe. I like it, enjoy it. I like the social aspect of it. But hell, if you're going to buy one of these cars, you have to take it out, perform with it, take it to Sebring. That's kind of my home track. Daytona, Road Atlanta. Wherever they'll have me, and wherever I don't hit a wall, I'm happy to go there. And it's just a tremendous thing to be driving those cars at speed on the track. They just hug. I had a fast car before, a GTR, made by Nissan R35. Heavier car, 1,100 pounds heavier. Great in a straight line. But when you get this one, it's great in the corners. That's the difference, right? In Porsche, with this thing, it's all about what I call momentum driving. I got a couple of coaches, Ryan Dalziel and Todd Lamb. They're teaching us how to drive around the turns.
Unlock your car.
Unlock it?
Yeah.
Oh, the car's locked itself. It does sound good. I look forward to seeing how it compares to my little Boxster on track. Some of your hand cream's fallen out.
You can certainly overtake me on pit lane.
I got a question real quick.
Question. Oh no, we're back to the orange indicators. Yeah. But if he switches them off, they're clear. So at the moment, they're doing the American thing of staying on when you're driving, but they're clear when they're switched off. It's the advantage of the RS. Yes.
Apparently you get grief around here for owning a $200,000 car with a $20 part on it. So I think we need to change them to clears.
And they are clear now. When they're switched off, they're clear. Yeah.
It's an orange bulb.
There we go, people. So there we go. If you've been watching, we've now come to the conclusion that orange bulbs make your indicators look orange, which is good. So tell us about fashion anyway. Well, what is new in Porsche fashion, Mike? Because we need to know.
Well, if anyone would know, it's me, because they sucker me in on every single thing.
Oh my gosh, this is a fashion segment of Cycle Fever TV. Mike, tell us about your jacket.
For a mere, I think, 300 shekels, you can get a jacket like this. I love their apparel, right? I mean, you're a proud owner. Let's mirthing aside. You're a proud owner of a Porsche, and when you get to that kind of level of a vehicle, you want to be proud and loud and proud. So why not? So whether it be the hats or the shirts or the shoes, they just do a great. They're quality product. Really are.
I'll be wearing my Porsche cravat very soon. Don't worry, people. Mike, it's been fantastic to see you again, and the Beast as well. Can I ask you a question? Do you wash it yourself?
You know, funny enough, I get asked that. I do wash it myself. You know, one of the things, the tricks is get it good ceramic coating. If you get a good ceramic coating, no matter whether you've done a track day or whether you're cleaning it at your house, etc., you use one of those foam cannon guns that sprays the water on it, it just slides off. So yeah, hell, I do it. I kind of my zen, my R&R is doing the cleaning the car on the weekends. I love it.
Are you like me, that you find that when you're cleaning the car or having a shower, you come up with the best business ideas?
I don't want to know about your shower antics, but sure, when I'm cleaning the car, I'm in my zen. Thanks, Ian.
There you go. I've put that in your head straight away. There you go. So you should go and get yourself a cup of tea and warm yourself up. Thank you very much, sir.
Pleasure.
Welcome to the Grand Tour. Sorry, Cycle Fever TV.
Oops. Yeah, absolutely. The first episode was yesterday, so everyone go watch that too.
Oh yeah, the Grand Tour. It's very good, by the way. Clarkson, Hammond, and May are trying to be as good as us out here, and I'm sure when they come to Florida, they'll be here at the Ace Cafe, and I'll be interviewing them.
Good evening from us.
And good evening from me. Mike, thank you very much. Do you want to drive it off and so that we can hear the exhaust?
Do you want me to drive it off? You're telling me to bugger out of here? Is that what it is?
No, I just want to hear it again, because
I'll drive it down the road.
It makes my winky move.
Again, too much information on the shower.
Thank you, Michael. That's Mike Collins, a really good Porsche enthusiast, really good fun, and Driver's Choice have done some great things with that car. Oh, it sounds like thunder. And it smells good as well. Oh, that smells like $200,000 going up in smoke. No, that's not right. That's not right. Yes, of course, performance cars and bikes, basically it's the form of turning money into noise, which is good. And we've been doing this ever since we had BMX bikes and we put little bits of cardboard on the wheels to make them slightly louder. It's great. It's great. So the atmosphere here is good. We've got lots of people walking around, which is great news, even in this cold weather. Here we go. We've got more people walking around here. We need to speak to somebody. Somebody come and talk to me. Someone. Come on, randomly. Come on. Yay! We've got Hoodie Man. He's drinking. What are you drinking?
It's a Corona Extra.
Corona Extra. Yeah. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers from Ian here. So, sir, what do you drive?
I drive a 911 Carrera 996.
Okay, a 996. Now,
yes,
I've got a Boxster.
Okay.
Right, and I need to get 911 because it's got back seats apparently.
It does.
There we go.
Handy, but they're so small.
Yeah, and the people going in them are small, so we'd be okay. They're not actually hamsters, but yeah, you can fit hamsters or very small children in the back of the car. How long have you owned it?
About a month now.
And what colour is it?
All white.
White, that's okay. So it's not grey, it's not the same colour as the road surface. So if you've got a white car, are you going to get wrapped in blue?
No, sir.
You like the white?
I love the white.
It's a very safe colour. And are you taking it on track?
Maybe in the future. For now, I'm just going to keep it on the road.
I highly recommend the PCA track day event at Roebling Road coming up in February. It's a lot of fun and it's a great track. It looks like it's a Mickey Mouse very easy track, but as soon as you get there, it's like, whoa, late apex, everything. It's a great weekend.
That sounds fun. I would be interested for sure.
It's worth looking up. And if you do go on track, in America, I know if you're watching this from England, you'll be like thinking this is crazy, but you can't go on track without an instructor. You get an instructor and you're in green group, and then you progress to blue group with an instructor. I don't. Oh, that was an Audi. I'm sorry about that. I do apologise for that if you heard that. That was an Audi R8, which are just they're not very involving. But we'll talk about that some other time. Oh, is that your car, sir?
Yes, sir.
Hey!
Yep, that's it.
Why have you got 2 black nipples on the front?
Because I haven't taken them off yet.
Right, you should do that, or put a number plate on the front that says your name. That'd be good, like in a British font or something.
That could work.
Or why don't you have a plate that says Clarkson? They think you are the king of cars from England. That would be good. Yeah, but yeah, the nipples are good. I like the lights as well. They're not the fried eggs. It's a good car.
Thank you. Thank you.
And how many times have you come down to the Ace here?
This is my second time.
Fantastic. That's good. And have you spoken to the driver's choice people?
Not yet, actually.
You should do. Driver's Choice Motors, factory trained technicians, and they're not at factory prices. They're very, very good at looking after your car. Excellent. Thank you, sir. A pleasure to see somebody else drinking beer. Make sure that's the last, though, because we don't support drinking and driving. Right then, people, next we're going over to the Festivals of Speed. This was a little while ago when it was warm, and we spoke to the Happy Hippie, and the Happy Hippie drives a Veyron in naked red carbon, and in Florida he drove at 260 miles an hour. 260. So we're going to go over to an interview with him, because he's a very, very interesting guy and not the standard Veyron driver. His wife had a green one too. You need to advertise your company, and then
I don't have a company. I'm just a happy hippie.
Exactly.
I'm just a happy hippie. I just happen to have a few cars, and hey, life is good. Let's sit up here.
How are you? I'm Sean.
Sean, nice to meet you. I'm Tim, the happy hippie.
There you go, Tim.
Toronto, Canada.
Right.
We're at in Canada.
And we just did a good speed run in the Bugatti and the McLaren, and we just broke a record of 206 dollars.
Hello and welcome back to the Festivals of Speed, and I'm here with the Happy Hippie. How are you, sir?
I'm halfway to perfect. The other half's over there.
Hey, his lovely wife is just posing with a Porsche 911 that's full of roses. Yes, we have crazy stuff like that happening at the Festivals of Speed. So, which car did you bring here?
Today I brought the McLaren P1, the 2014, serial number 2, and I brought the 12th Bugatti into North America. They're both exposed carbon fiber cars.
Wow.
And I drive them. They were driven here from Fort Lauderdale. I've got over 5,800 miles on the Bugatti. We probably got about 5,500 miles on the McLaren.
Wow. So I need to ask you, what's it feel like when you drive into a gas station and fill it up with gas? Like,
well, it's $100. That's what it is. I know I'm going to spend $100.
People in trucks must have think you come from Mars or something. With
I don't know. It's just, people do jump out of their cars and want to take pictures and stuff like that. It's a beautiful thing. That's what it's there for.
So I can guarantee there are no policemen watching. How fast have you been in the Veyron?
Actually, this weekend we did speed runs. We did it at safe location at the Johnny Boomer Racing Proving Grounds. That's out in Titusville, and I ran 261 miles an hour, 0.69. The wife actually got the McLaren going 214 in a standing 1 mile. She got a 227 in a standing mile in the Bugatti. I got a 225, and then the fastest run we had of the day was 261 miles an hour, 2.7 mile run.
Wow, sir, I need to shake your hand. That's phenomenal. You're actually using your Veyron.
No, we use the cars. They're meant to be used. They announce it as the world's fastest. Well, I want to see how fast I can go in the world's fastest car. I got to do it, and I tell you, it was a thrill of my life. Yeah. I hope one day I get to go back there and do it again.
Phenomenal, thank you. I know you've got to get to the awards ceremony. Thank you for your time.
No
Ian,
problem.
saying hello to the Happy Hippie.
Peace, love, and happiness, everybody.
Hello and welcome back to the Arctic conditions here at the Ace Cafe, and literally I've got a hand warmer. It's the only thing I can have. Mike is over there. He's got his hands over the back of his 911 because that's where the engine is, keeping the hands warm. And now we're going to go and look around the parking lot. Woo! My favourite bit of the evening, and this is the entertaining time when we can look at cars and find out who has chosen the best coloured car. And here we've got a lovely grey Cayman. Now, Cayman, of course, is a two-seater car. The engine is in the middle where it should be, and it's got orange indicators. Yes, flashers, whatever. So there's something that needs upgrading. If this is your car, upgrade them now. Go to Suncoast and get some of those. Next, we've got the lovely 911. Now, I like this 911. I love this 911. It's white, and we're not. Have we got this on screen? Ah, there we go. There we go. This is a white 997. And it's a Carrera GTS, and it's got a body kit. Now, I like this. This will be a good family car for the two hamsters in the back. It's good in white. It'd probably look better with a blue wrap. Yeah, that's good. Black wheels actually suit it. You know, if you've been listening to me before, I'm not keen on any wheels which aren't silver, but I like that. That would work for me. Anyway, next, if you haven't got hamsters and you've got teenage kids, this is what you need. It's a Cayman, KN. Yeah, let's move on. Next one. It's a family car. It's not fun. It's not fun for the audience. They've seen those on the road. They've seen it in Publix. And here we've got a red 911 with wheels which are going to take a flipping age to clean. You need some really good wheel cleaner for this car. Gee, they're good wheels though. It's nice, and that's in Guards red, and they've obviously upgraded the flashers as well, which is important. Moving on to the next car. Now we've got something in silver. This is getting better, but it's not a risky choice. But is it a risky choice? It's gone silver. We've got, is that a carbon bonnet or hood and black wheels? I'm not sure. So there's a Chrysler drug dealer car coming past. This is a nicely done car. It's got sort of GT3 front bumper. It looks okay, and it was making a good noise earlier. Then we move next onto the Porsche Maitland Special. This is the black Porsche with the squiggles and writing over it. It looks like somebody's thrown a bit of paint over it and then pulled masking tape off it. But no, this is actually a Porsche motif from the race cars. And this is very, very special if you know exactly what you're doing. It's a nice car, it's a good one, and it's very expensive. I think it's a GTS. Anyway, next. I think we're moving back, so we can't talk about... I want to talk about the Mercedes. I want the Mercedes S-Class on this. There you go. And if you... Oh, no, we've been cut off from the Mercedes. Yeah, there we go. So if you've got really, really big children or a Chinese businessman, that's what you need. If you've given birth to two Chinese businessmen, this is what you need. You can put them in the back of this car. It's got orange indicators as well. But yeah, this is something you need. It's ideal, and it's a great family car. They're very cheap to run as well, of course. Yeah, if anything goes wrong, you just throw it away. Loads of room in the rear. You can have a soccer match in the rear if you want. That's good. Oh, and we've got the black car disappearing. The black car. Oh, it's going to move. Here we go. It's got the indicators are lighting up orange. Camera crew are still. Camera crew, get on this one. Oh, we're going to interview this guy. Oh, this is going to be funny. He doesn't know that I've just insulted his paint job, which probably cost him like $6,000. But it's okay. What we're going to do is pretend that we like it. Actually, we do. I quite like it. I could work with that. Okay, I'm going to put my hand warmer down now.
Good luck with these.
Whoa! It's your car. This is even worse. We might need to take a hammer to it, as Clarkson would say. Whoa, this is your car. Yeah. Oh, I take back everything I've said. That's really bad. Oh, now I saw this at. Is this the one I saw at Porsche Maitland?
No.
No, there were two of these.
Different machine. There are 73 of these in the U.S.
But sit down. Take a seat, sir. Take a seat.
Okay.
There's only 73 of these. So we're going to find out now here on Cycle Fever TV. Don't forget to tell your friends and watch, because this is when it gets good. This is a good bit when I can't feel my fingers. Anyway, so there were 73 of these cars in the United States.
That's right. Porsche built a run in June of 16. This was the new 17 model, and they built 235. 73 were sent to the USA. And they all had exactly the same option list except red, black, or white. So there's about 25 of each, plus or minus. And it's the Endurance Racing Edition. It was to celebrate their win at Le Mans in 16, which was the last year they ran the prototypes.
I wish I remember that race. I was there, but yeah, that was quite a busy time for drinking beer, as you do in France. But sorry, carry on.
We do it in the USA too.
Oh, hell yeah! Good. Anyway.
Yeah, and so anyway, it is the Endurance Racing Edition. It's produced like the rest of them in Stuttgart, but sent to Weissach, and Weissach it's a in the German vernacular, they call it what's the word? Special manufacturer with a K. And it doesn't have the badge like the 911 Turbo S Special, the Weissach edition, but it is a Weissach edition.
So what do they do? They've obviously got some black wheels and they've lowered it.
Yes, and it has every performance option, except it didn't have the GTS engine, because they didn't have a GTS in 17. They didn't have it till 18. So this particular car was shipped to Appalachia in the north central mountains in Pennsylvania to a small Porsche dealer. I don't know why, but they did. And it sat in the showroom for almost 2 years.
Wow.
Well,
what a waste.
I don't know if I can't remember the name of that movie with Buford Busser. And the rednecks went at that one Camaro with all the special decals with 2x4s. And anyway, it's Appalachia. And the people that live in that area are either Mennonites, Quakers, or hillbillies. I know what hillbillies are because my family were Pennsylvania hillbillies for 270 years or so.
Whoa. Okay. So quick question, because we need to round this up quickly, because we need the production crew to get coffee. Can I just ask you? Do you wash it yourself?
Oh yes. And I will say the reason I bought it, we summer in Chicago. Ed Napleton bought that dealership. He expanded, big new dealership. He needed allocations. So he said, we can sell that car in Chicago. So they shipped it to Chicago. So I bought it. And as part of the package, I got the GTS, the X51 power kit put in it. So it's fun.
Very nice, very nice. It's a lovely machine, sir. Thank you very much. I love it. It's very unique, and I must say, you must get a lot of looks when you're driving it on the road.
Yeah, it is a cop magnet.
Yeah, don't buy a yellow car or something with graphics all over it if you don't want the police to be noticing you. Absolutely, sir. Thank you. This has been Ian meeting you. Aha.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you for taking the time to show us your vehicle.
Yeah.
Which is good.
So that's the deal.
Excellent. There we go.
It's my 10th Porsche since 1970.
Your 10th? It's his 10th car. Oh. There we go. Okay. Woohoo! Right, the Ace Cafe. So you've seen what fun we can have down here at the Ace. I'm not saying it's getting late here, but it's getting a lot colder. We've got some lovely cars going past behind us as well. A lovely old 1983 SC. There's some great cars here. If you are a Porsche enthusiast or car enthusiast, please come down to the Ace Cafe for Porsche night. If you like cars and bikes, then come down anyway. Thursday night is bike night, and Cycle Fever TV is always down here for bike night. Last week we had Gravedigger, the monster truck, down here, which brought a lot of people. There's also Festivals of Speed night, which is very good, well worth coming to as well. So if you haven't been to the Ace Cafe in Orlando, Florida, then you should think about coming here. If you are planning a vacation here, then why not come to the Ace Cafe? It's fun. There's a lot of other things to do. You can go into the outskirts of Orlando and pet a gator. There's some sort of Mickey Mouse thing going on and some Universal Studios thing as well. But cars is where it's at. And every weekend there's some sort of cars and coffee event or bike event. There's a massive community here. And this is why the Ace Cafe chose to be here, taking the ethos and heritage from London's Ace Cafe and bringing it to Orlando. And this is why on a freezing cold Monday night we've got a parking lot, car park for our English viewers, full of vehicles, just because people want to come out, hang out, have some fish and chips and enjoy the camaraderie of having a good performance vehicle. So people, thank you for watching. Don't forget, like us on Facebook, look at the website Cycle Fever TV, and also look at our sponsors. Hank,
you did a great job. I want everybody at home. Hey, you know what? Ian, you can fill in anytime. You got it, man. You're good. So thank you so much. And you did a good job. And I got to tell you, I loved the way you got to see all the different cars tonight. You got to kind of talk a little bit about them. So why don't we throw it to, well, what we always say is enjoy the adventure and enjoy the ride. No.
whoa. Okay, take two.
Join the adventure and enjoy the ride. You ready?
Right, do that to camera two. All
right,
okay, let's try again. 3, 2, 1, go.
Join the adventure and enjoy the ride, even if it is a Porsche. All right. Good night, everybody.
Thank you for watching.